Hello, guten Tag. This is Fred in France for metal-GER TV, metal-GER TV on YouTube. You can subscribe to the channel. It's totally free. You can subscribe. And metal-GER.com, the French website. And we go to Germany, to our neighbors, to see Beyond the Black, one member. There are four, if I'm right, but one member today. I'm happy. Please, could you introduce yourself? Please, what's your name and what do you do in the band? Because you have a big role.
Yeah, hello everyone. This is Chris Hermsdörfer of Beyond the Black. I play lead guitars, also do this rolling vocals, besides a lot of second voices to Jennifer's voice, and yeah, also I am since I've joined Beyond the Black, I am with Jennifer mostly responsible for composing the wonderful tracks you're listening to.
Yeah. Beyond the Black, you arrived in the band. The band was formed in Germany in 2014, but at first by Jennifer. But you arrived in 2016 or something like that.
That's true, yeah. Jennifer started a band from scratch by her own with some musicians she knew that days. They tried that, and yeah, like it's always, or not always, but sometimes I would say, like it's sometimes the first formation is not always the one who is going through the same goals to the same direction. So they had to decide maybe it's better to change the positions, and so I got, for example, besides Toby, Kai, and other guy, and we are now Beyond the Black since many years. The chance or the request, hey, do you wanna join this project? And I knew it, of course. I was already in this melodic metal, also female fronted scene, Serenity. Before I was in Visions of Atlantis. So
French Austrian band, but French Austrian band.
Exactly, with Clementine.
Clementine. I'm going to interview her for next Christmas normally.
Tell her some greetings, please.
Okay, I will do. But today, what's your main band? In fact,
it's Beyond the Black. It's Beyond the Black.
Serenity. It's a bit side.
It had to. I mean, when I joined Beyond the Black, I have to say, I think with Serenity we were on the top level. We were won the Austrian Music Award. We toured with Powerwolf with so many bands. We had a lot of success that days, but I mean, somehow, I don't know, maybe Destiny somehow felt that and said, hey, there's something bigger for you waiting, and just brought me Beyond the Black. And then if you got a chance to join a project like this, I mean, there was no discussion about. And the guys in Serenity also said absolutely fine, because it was not like, hey, bye guys, was a nice time, because I'm still in Serenity. I mean, I can't play that often like before, even though it's also, of course, due to the family, because I have 2 kids since that time, and you cannot be all the time on the road. You want to come home sometimes too, because they miss you. So of course. And so it's a nice decision we made, and a good solution we had in Serenity, for example, because of course, we have Marco with us playing guitar. We have a substitute for me. It's all set since that day. So because I would never been I will never be the reason a band should stop, or can't play. That was the main goal, and so my focus is since that on Beyond the Black. But I do as much as I can in songwriting, management, and all the stuff for Serenities too.
Okay, but you make my transition. Yes, I mean, Serenity, it was signed like at the beginning of. In the later for Beyond the Black on Napalm Records, and maybe the symphonic style, symphonic metal nowadays, a bit like gothic metal. It's it's less trendy, you know. It's not it's less the fashion. Of course, there are always fans, and we broadcast this kind of music and artists on Metal Ops TV. But maybe, and for example, this year, during these last years in France, it was not a lot scheduled in the planning and the lineup running order of the festivals. And this time, this year, 2000, year 2025, there was a special day with more female voices and symphonic metal at Hellfest Festival, and for example, Vision of Atlantis, and because during several years, it was out, and now it's come back, and it's good, I think, because there are big offers and there are a lot of fans. So you and but Beyond the Black, it's more, I can say, it's more than just a symphonic metal band, because you have you bring a more groove. Sometimes it's more groove metal, alternative metal, modern metal. You agree with this,
Modern,
Tinker?
modern,
Yeah,
modern.
yeah,
I would say. I mean, I was never a fan, to be honest. Even when I mean, the first albums of Beyond the Black, of course, they were
yeah,
more symphonic. They had more
yeah,
orchestration parts inside. But the days Beyond the Black was born, it was, I would say, the peak
yeah,
of Wisdom Temptation, Nightwish,
exactly.
and the bands
Epica, yeah, yeah.
at that time. They were like, hey. And if you listen to, I mean, Wisdom Temptation, how they changed
Yeah,
during the last
exactly,
10 years,
exactly.
it's not, but the thing is, that's something I always appreciate about
Yeah,
Wisdom
it is all.
Temptation and
Yeah,
such band, because it's not like you're changing your style, because that's what we do. I would never say that we are going too far away from Lost in Forever or
yeah,
from Songs
yeah,
of Love and Death, because we always keep this main idea of how to bring
yeah,
the lyrics, how to
yeah,
bring the main melodies in the on the record and in the
yeah,
songs,
yeah,
and also
yeah.
I would say we have still these more epic, more symphonic songs always on our album,
Yeah.
even though we try to become not more modern, but become maybe more ourselves, because that's what I feel and what we
Yeah,
feel when we write music. We
yeah,
always think about what do we like.
yeah,
Do we
yeah,
like that
yeah,
or just that or that? So we try to combine all that
yeah.
stuff.
You make all my transition, because I think, yeah, you on guitar, and in fact, you become the main composer nowadays in Beyond the Black. You
Yeah, together with Jennifer. Yeah,
okay?
of course we are, since the self-titled album, since Beyond the Black.
Yeah,
We in the albums before. Of course, we were still trying. I would say, like, with which producer, who can give us some influence, some ideas. With other
yeah,
guys, we were sitting together writing songs with this guy, with that guy, with in this studio. So we tried a lot of things, and
yeah.
after Horizons, I think we were like, okay, what is now the
I
conclusion out
2000.
of Heart of the Hurricane, Horizons, Lost in
Yeah,
Forever, all these albums, and we said, I would say, yeah, let's, or we would say, this combination of our main producer we still have,
yeah.
Jennifer, and me, is producing the most Beyond the Black music we feel. We think that's Beyond the Black, and we don't need any fourth, fifth, sixth influence of other people. We want to be
Ah,
more this, and that's why also we
but
called this last album Beyond the Black,
yeah,
because
yeah.
it was like a
It's you.
milestone,
Yeah,
like saying, hey, this is maybe the most Beyond the Black we could present in
yeah,
Beyond the Black, like we are now.
yeah,
And now we try with Break the Silence to get
yeah,
deeper in that. Let's say, of
yeah,
course, we tried to change, not to change, but
yeah,
to
yeah,
develop, to
yeah.
bring the sound more to the topic we have, to the,
Mm.
oh, nice background.
Yeah, yeah.
I would, if I would turn, there would be the same. But the thing is, of course, if you put a concept, if you're creating a concept album about communication, we were
Yeah,
thinking, okay, which style, which soundscape we could bring into this new music, which is fitting perfectly to the topic communication, community, technology things, of course, issues we feel nowadays, which create a lot of this problems or feelings we were talking about on this album. And it's not that we are against, of course, nothing. We are absolutely for, because I think we are living in the thanks to technology, we're living in the best age ever, because we can do whatever we think about in such a fast, great time, but we lose the sense of being real, communicating real, feeling real, and using all the things for good things, not just for whatever, you know.
It's a tool, technology. A bit like Kunako, last album, like Christina and Andrea speak about that on the last album, Empire, Sleepless Empire. Okay, now let's speak about the new stuff. But I have to ask you, how do you compose? So for me, I think I thought, maybe I'm wrong, Jennifer writes the lyrics and you the music. But you are going to explain. But anyway, Beyond the Black, Break the Silence, the new album, sixth studio album of the band, Beyond the Black. So for Break, it's called Break the Silence. How do you explain? How do you do, like in kitchen when you cook? How do you make this song? Because, you know, Beyond the Black eponym album released in 2023, it's always in my mind. The song, the riff, the chorus, always. And the new album, exactly. It's different. It's a bit different, maybe more various, but and for example, the first song of the album, it's you who start to sing. I was a bit surprised on Rising High. It's one of the singles. There was another single, but the silence. But how do you compose all that? Because it's always in my mind, all the ring, all the day, you know?
First of all, it's not me, to be honest. It's
AI.
So no, it's also not AI. It's no. There is no AI besides influence into the video. We have a bit help of AI. But let's go back to the main question. So how we create music. First of all, usually it's not like that. For example, I do the music, she's doing the vocals or whatever. It's more like everyone has, I would say, more a short. What we're really a bit splitting, to be honest, is Jennifer is usually more the ballad queen, so she's more writing this more silent songs, and I'm usually writing all the powerful heavy riffed in your face songs and that stuff, which not means I cannot write ballads, but it's like it's okay like this. It's all fine, and she's doing that amazing. So why changing something that's running? But in general, it's like you have an idea. I'm sitting here in my studio composing a song, and then we put all the ideas together. Sometimes, of course, I have just a vocal line, and I need Jennifer's help to finalize it. Or Jennifer has a vocal line, but so we're working also before together, of course. Yeah. But then in the end, we meet with the producer. We bring all the stuff together. And then we say, hey, this sounds already great. This feels great. This feels great. Whatever. And then we sit all three together on the song, and then we start real working. So there is already a pre-production, and of course, as good and as much on point the pre-production is already, because there were already some songs. I think the Flood, for example, was almost done here already by me. So
but Ravens, it's her. It's more ballad, if I'm right. Ravens.
The Flood, Ravens is her. Ravens is her.
Yeah, it's more ballad. It's a ballad.
Exactly.
If I'm right, in the middle of the album. Okay.
So, but it depends. So this you cannot say it's exactly like this. and also lyric-wise, sometimes you have a great sentence, a great hook, a great title, and then you have it already, and then we start from what we have. It's like, you know.
And for the track listing, after you fight together for the track listing of the album.
No, for example, that's what I want to tell, because you were thinking I am the Rising High guy. No, the idea on this, or let's say the idea since Beyond the Black was already that we try to work with these ethno sample stuff, like some cool sounds, rhythms, not sometimes also, but in general, for example, is there anybody out there just it's also it's a ethno sample. We just checked through the library, and from this sample, for example, on we started a song. And also Rising High, it's an African sample, because of our main topic is communication, it's connection, and we try to bring different vocals, languages.
It's universal.
Exactly. And the whole, if we could have done it, like I would say, if we could just choose whatever we want to, we would have every language, every part of the world on this album, like really doing a communication thing. The whole world should really come together and is on this album. But of course, somehow that's not possible. But for example, at this African sample we just checked out from an African singer, we were like, oh, that's great. And then we came to we already had this riff in mind, and then the whole song came out, for example. And
the percussions on Dancing in the Dark, for example, also.
Dancing in the Dark was different. That was me, and because we were sitting in the studio, and I came. Because usually we're sleeping also there are bedrooms in the studio and then we're living there for 1 week or whatever, and I came in the morning down, our producer was already there, and he was asking, hey, what would be cool would be a rhythm track, do you have something in mind? And I was thinking about all the library I have, what are cool rhythm tracks. I always got like, wow. And I came in my memories, my influence was Michael Jackson with They Don't Care About Us.
They don't care about us.
This song, because it was like I think I was 12 or 13 years when he released that, or maybe younger, and it was such, this rhythm was like. And then
exactly.
I think Slash was playing the guitar. It was like,
Dangerous album,
and that was so great. And I was like, okay, let's do. Maybe I can. And then I came with bam, 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 ba, dum, dum, and then I came with the riff. And then I think until Jennifer was there, because until she was waking up, we had already the.
And on stage, I've seen the Wacken open air, not Fuel, because it's not totally free. It's free for three songs, and at the end of the song, by Dancing in the Dark, there was several persons with a mask and playing the percussions on stage.
That was this kind of. I mean, this is a part of the story we have created for Break the Silence, of course, with the mask and the thing. But we wanted to keep, as afterwards we had the Break the Silence song. The idea was to bring already this element we had in Dancing in the Dark from the last album together with a new one. So we got this percussion group and asked them if they can wear this mask, because they will be a role in. They play a role in our videos already, and
Okay, and just a very short question about Beyond the Black album, and after we speak more about Break the Silence. The first song, Is There Anybody Out There? It's also a famous song of the 70s from the wall of Pink Floyd. So, but it's not a cover song; it's your song. But it was a wink, maybe, to Pink Floyd.
To be honest, I heard the first time right now that Pink Floyd has the same song title. I never checked that, to be honest.
Okay, you're not a huge fan of Pink Floyd. Okay.
Because I think we called it also just anybody out there. I think it's not really. Is there anybody out there? It's more in the clamps, and then So, but to be honest, I never checked that, because that's. But it's a typical thing about me, because I'm usually trying to focus on the music I do. I don't listen to a lot of music, to be honest, and I don't
disturb.
Sometimes I mean I'm still teaching, so I have all the time music around me, because I have students and they show me this and that, but it's not like that I'm sitting the whole day there and what's the newest release and that's great and that's great and that's great and now I want to take this and that. I mean, of course, like that's more like, you know, my memory I have from 30 years ago, and some things I just collect through our daily lives, because sometimes I'm too afraid, to be honest, that if you are all the time, for example, listening to one band, you start to copying it without the wish to do it. It's just like it's just happening because it's so there.
Unconscious.
Exactly. And I want to be focused on myself. I mean, I read one time an interview of Gojira when they wrote, I think, Magma, when they were prisoning themselves in a house in the woods somewhere, just to be isolated of everything for half a year and just concentrating on music. And that's sometimes what I like to do, just the same, because I want to write the things I have in mind and not to be all the time influenced by everything.
Yeah, I understand. You cut the connection with internet and it's will be okay. Also, very fast. There are so many questions. Before to speak about your guitar play throws, etc. I wanted to be more to know more about the collaborations. There is on the song "Let There Be Rain," featuring the Mystery of Bulgarian Voices. There is also a single with Chris Arms from the Lord of the Lost. The interview of Lord of the Lost is online also on Metal TV. But with the guitarist, it's the song "The Art of Being Alone." It's very fantastic duet especially on the voice, and there is also a song with Asami, the singer of Love Bites, the Japanese band, on "Can You Hear Me," and also French song a bit, "La vie est un cinéma." So tell me more about the French song, please.
Of course. I mean, the thing was like I said, we tried to bring the world communication and the world and the idea of communication to this album. And we were and when we were writing the music and already, let's say, agreed on a more synth or synthetic sound, not a bit away, or I would say in some songs really away from orchestration and this symphonic thing, more to a modern pop thing. We also had the feeling, if you do something like this, why not having this typical French style, this French synth pop style, which we try to bring in cinema. And then, of course, I mean, it's not that Jennifer, she was born and living close to the French border in Saarbrücken, but in general, we were also like this topic, this picture we created with the cinema. And we were like, in English, it would be like life's like a cinema. It was more like, because, you know, sometimes it feels like that. And that's because when we are all the day just running through the world and crazy things are happening. And sometimes we feel like that, what was this day about? It felt like it rushed away like a movie. It was not real. It was not something. And then, of course, we were thinking the sound, the structure, everything sounds so French synth pop, and the lyric idea as well. So why not trying to bring French, as we wanted to have different languages like Japanese, German, English, French, African, Bulgarian. We would love to have Spain as well, of course, but there was not, because it was not like we need to have it. It has to fit, and in this song it was fitting perfectly. Because it was not like we need to do, for example, a Spanish song if there is no feeling for that it should be a Spanish title. Why doing it, you know? But for this song, French was just like, hey, perfect.
Maybe
and I think
the Olympic Games, maybe in French in Paris, the open ceremony and the close ceremony maybe inspire you with Kavinsky, Phoenix, and Gojira.
I've seen the Gojira thing, which was great, to be honest, but I was not watching the Olympic Games, to be honest. So it was, I just watched this Gojira thing, but after the world was telling, what the fuck was happening there? What do they do? So I had to see that.
You prefer that Gojira than Céline Dion?
No, but I think to be honest, metal music, I think this style of metal music. I would not I don't want to say something against us and other metal bands who play a little softer, a little bit more pop, but if you really hit a big one of the biggest events in the world, like the Olympic Games, with a music presentation like Gojira did, this artistic, I think it's also just possible in France, to be honest. I think no other country would have said yes to such a thing, because it was so art, it was so...
We are going to see in America next Olympic Games in Los Angeles, maybe with Metallica.
Yeah, but Metallica is not Gojira. I think Gojira, this style, it would be more like the Super Bowl then, because Metallica would play some typical riff they play. Maybe they start with, I don't know, a medley of Enter Sandman, whatever. But what Gojira did, and together with this historical thing of Marie Antoinette and all that, and all the things, and how, and with the opera thing, and they just also. they didn't put and they didn't put anything away from them. They did the pure Gojira style.
It was playback, huh? It was playback except on drums.
But the song,
they have to do, because if there is a problem.
Sure. But that's not the thing. I mean, they could have played also Gojira like 30% of Gojira just to be there. But they did 100% Gojira and did it amazing. And that's a sign for metal music, for real music, and not for just all this fake whatever
folklore. Pop I understand.
Thing, where you never know which is real or what is not real, because this was so real. And that was the thing I loved about it. And that's cool.
Okay, quickly about the Let There Be Rain. Who had the idea to collaborate with the Mystery of Bulgarian Voices?
Drops of hope have exhaled in relentless light. The soil is barren and deserted as the wells run dry. We pray for rain in this wasteland of endless lives. We pray for clouds to save our lives. Some of these memories feel like another lifetime. Dark clouds will gather in the sky. Let there be rain.
The same story, a bit like it was the same style story, a bit like with the Rising High song, because we were checking we had some of these ethno libraries, and the fun fact was there were two fun stories about this Bulgarian thing. The first is this library our studio had in their collection. They know the guys who recorded it, so they knew the choirs, they knew the recording place, so they knew where it was made. And when we got this sample for Let There Be Rain, we asked them, of course, maybe we can do a real collab. That's like, can we put you as a guest and as a recording, because we just don't want to use the sample like random pop samples. And we had to check, because in the African we tried, but we couldn't find the guy who was singing it, and we couldn't find out what he was singing, because even African professors we asked couldn't 100% tell us what this guy was singing. So it's more like some noises. It's just and the rhythm and the noises were cool. So we said, hey, it's not real language, but it's cool. It's African. We love it. We love the style. But in this Let There Be Rain thing, we asked them, and of course it's Bulgarian language. People are still there are a lot of people speaking it, so they could tell us it's a rain song. So the sample we chose before we was writing the song with the idea of Let There Be Rain was a rain song, and we said, really? That's fantastic, because the song we just created should already got the working title like let there be rain or something with rain. And we said that cannot be true. That's amazing. So we need to have this sample. We need to use that. And so we started Let There Be Rain in the studio.
Okay. Okay, very interesting, passionating. You on guitar, quickly, what's your... you play on 7-string guitar or 6-string? What's your guitar tuning? What's your mic, your pickups? And you are endorsed by Schecter or maybe Chevel or Ibanez?
The endorsement will change now. I'm still with Schecter, but there will be some news, but in January.
Okay.
So now, as we are now.
Yeah, for the release of the album,
for the release, there will be a little update. The thing is, usually in the studio, it's not like what I try to compose the songs that they are playable on stage too, because it's sometimes, of course, you can't, because for, I don't know, a tuning, a riff, something is just great like that, but you think already, hey, we need to play it on stage as well. So how is it still possible? Yes, cool. But on stage, I play a 7 and a 6 string, and we play in 7-string standard, B to E. On the 6 string, we play C to C, so C standard, but we also have some drop D songs. We have some dropped A songs in the meantime. We have a lot of different, like Can You Hear Me is, for example, modern metal, so it's dropped A and whatever. So when I'm sitting here composing, I don't care first of the tuning. I care about how the riff, how the song could, and I know Jennifer's ranges, so I know where she
for the voice,
where she is on the best spot. So I need to take also think about that, and
she has a voice very powerful. In fact, she can. I'm very impressed when I see the grass pop. I haven't seen you live, but I hope to see you live. But I saw the Wacken Open Air and grass pop metal show. I'm really impressed. It remembers me a bit the beginning of Within Temptation, before she changed her voice a bit because she became older, etc. Sharon, hello Sharon. But yes, more low. But she can do all. In fact, but very easily. It seems to very too easy. And when you are on guitar, it seems to be. But it's very lot of work. It's a lot of work behind that. Beyond that.
Absolutely. I mean, a bit of passion and a bit of talent, of course, you need as well. But in general, of course, if you stop, you cannot get better. And I mean, that's what I tell my students as well. I mean, hey guys, I'm sitting still here and rehearsing and getting better, trying new styles, trying new ideas. It's not that I stopped 10 years ago because someone told me, you are a good guitar player. I mean, you're just as good as you are today, but you can always get better tomorrow. So
what's very two last questions before to say bye bye. What was your main influence on guitar? You as guitarist, what was your favorite guitarist when you? For you, it was.
There are so many, to be honest. It started from Yngwie Malmsteen to Dimebag to Petrucci to Steve Vai. But I think one of the most influences I got. I mean, before he was or really was into Halloween, Sascha Gerstner, the guitar player of Halloween, he was living close to my place, and he was my mentor, to be honest, when I was 12 or 14. And Sascha told me once one big sentence, and one hind, like, stop asking, do it. And because I was, as a student, like always, Sascha, is that great? Can I play? Maybe can I do this? Shall I do that? Shall I try this? And after, I don't know, weeks and weeks and weeks, he once wrote me, Chris, please stop asking me all the time what I think. Do it and just do it. Do it by yourself. And that was the main influence I got, because after this sentence, I think it took me 1 or 2 years to get it, but at one day, I think it was the call from Visions of Atlantis that I was sitting in the office. I mean, I'm a master of economic science, so I was usually doing something completely out of music, because music was always like free time and aside my normal job. And I was sitting that day in an office, and I got a call, and I was looking in the window, and I got this mirror thing. I was sitting in this suit dress, and I was like, no, I start doing right now. I stopped thinking and I quit my job. I quit all the things and founded a music school and started to become musician, because then I understood at this moment it was really like a cinema scene, like hey, no, stop that. And it changed everything. And from that day on, I was just doing also by playing, because of course you can try to rehearse being the fastest, the craziest, the whatever. But the thing is always who you are, become what is your style, because you cannot do everything, but always don't think, just do, go for it.
And to have pleasure, to have to enjoy.
Exactly.
Exactly. It remember me because I play a bit guitar. And very last question: when can we hope to see you live in France, if you know that, in 2026, and to discover this new album, Break the Silence, and Break the Silence? Was it just a message also to Me Too movement also, and to the women to open the mouth and to speak now about that?
I would say it's first of all, we are in Paris, of course. Let me just check the date, because we play in Paris on the 17th of January in the Bataclan on our Rising High tour for releasing Break the Silence. Break the Silence is not a message for female, male, whoever. It's a message for all of us starting to be more us, try to find more ourselves, talk to each other, communicate. Be not shy to come together, to connect, to do all the things and reconnect, and stop doing just focusing on trying through the world like this and not seeing each other, not talking to each other, helping to each other, all that things. I think that got lost nowadays a lot in our daily life due to all the rush of all the things we have to handle, from media to whatever, fast communication, fast things happening. We need to balance a bit more all of that. We need to break first the silence here, to talk here, but also that's why we have this on the logo. It's also in us. We have to talk to us, to find ourselves, to be with us in a good way, because from us everything starts. It starts always with yourself. It starts never with someone else.
Okay, but very interesting. Maybe I will do another interview with Jennifer when she will be back from Japan. But it was a pleasure, Christian. Thank you for your time. Thank you for all your answers and explanation. Sorry for my bad accent in English, but German. But you speak better in English than me.
Pas de problème.
And next time in French interview, and also all your necks of guitars. I'm jealous, but but thank you for all your advice also about guitars, and because it's very interesting. Thank you. Bye bye.
Every time again. Merci beaucoup.
And good luck with this new album, Break the Silence. Maybe album of the month equals with creator new album. Maybe.
I hope so. Merci beaucoup.
It depends, but it's okay. Bye bye. Thank you. Take care.